you guys, what's up? It's me, Katherine. I've been wanting to do some stage makeup tutorials for a long time. You guys are super into it, so I thought, hey, let's do it. So for our first tutorial, I thought who better to kick us off than the heroine of Westerberg High School, Veronica Sawyer. I think that this is gonna be an extra fun tutorial because it's not super planned. This is going to be more kind of freeform and I'm gonna hang out with you guys. Also, if you guys are new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name's Katherine Steele and I put out a new theater related video on every Theater Thursday, plus I do bonus uploads throughout the week. If you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe. That way you get notified for all future videos and you get to join the Theater Thursday fam. First, we take over Broadway and then the world. For more theatery things, you can follow me at Kath_Steele, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. But I think it's time to get into this tutorial. So I tweeted earlier today that my friend's sorta kinda ex went jogging through my neighborhood with Ramin Karimloo a few years ago, but I still don't know the story of like how they're friends and why was he in my neighborhood. And then Sonia tweeted back me trying to delve deeper into this vague story. And honestly, I've been laughing at it since I read it. For this look, you're going to want to use a really good eye primer. Today I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Fix. You're gonna want to do your eyeshadow first because we're going to be working with kind of crazy colors. You want to have the option to clean up your under eye for any shadow fallout. If you do foundation first, then you're going to get eyeshadow stuck in the foundation. So one of my favorite things about Heathers is that it is set in the 80s, and I think a lot of people kind of forget that, which is funny because Heathers is like this huge 80s camp ridiculous show. So I really want to kind of include that in the tutorial. I'm probably going to be using a fair amount of shimmer shades because shimmer was really popular in the 80s. So if you're recreating this look on stage, I would recommend testing it out. Sometimes shimmer shadows look a little bit weird on stage. Sometimes they can catch the light in a weird way. Not all the time, but sometimes it does, so definitely test it out. If you look like historically, most eyeshadow goes all the way up to their eyebrows, like with the crazy colors. I'm not gonna do that. Like, it's very interesting if you look at the off-Broadway production versus I think it's the Australia production. The Australian one has costumes straight out of the movie and straight out of the time period, which is super cool. I'm gonna try to find a middle ground. That's a lot of primer. I probably didn't need that much primer. I love how I always manage to film tutorials when I'm going through like a bad skin phase. It's great. I'm having a great time, you know? Swiping this around with a clean finger. Don't use a dirty finger. Just because my entire eyelid is covered in primer, I'm going to go ahead and kind of block off the areas where I don't want the crazy shadow, so that would be like right underneath my eyebrows. I'm just gonna do that by taking a matte kind of off-white shade. It's white chocolate from the original chocolate bar, which if you can't tell, I really like the original chocolate bar. I think it's really cool how Heathers kind of became this huge phenomenon. You know, it never even got to Broadway and yet it has this huge following. I think that Heathers has very quickly become one of those shows that brings in a lot of new people to Broadway and to musical theater. So I'm gonna take this shade, which is See Through My Eyes. So I'm gonna take this shade from Morphe and I think I'm gonna put that all over the lid. Then I'm going to take this Ratchet knockoff palette that I got ages ago. I use it for a lot of stage makeup because when you're doing a long run, you don't want to use super expensive stuff, or at least I don't, when I'm just going to take it off 2 hours later. Anyway, I'm going to take some of the matte blue shadows that are up here and I'll probably do that in the crease. Do you know what? I don't think that's enough color. I'm gonna add some purple. I'm not being too careful about where I put the shadow right now in terms of like the line right there, because I'm gonna clean that up with a makeup wipe anyway. I'm gonna take this white shade Porcelain by Morphe and I'm gonna put that up here because I'm kind of losing the shape. Heathers is based on the film of the same name starring Winona Ryder and Christian Slater, and the music for the musical was composed by Lawrence O'Keefe, and he's really well known for composing the music to like Legally Blonde and Bat Boy. And I think it's really funny because a lot of Lawrence O'Keefe's stuff has a very signature sound and Heathers is no exception. I think it really resonates with a lot of teenagers on a few different fronts. nuts. You've got Veronica, who is, you know, a good person, but she does some bad things. And she's also the outsider, so I think a lot of us kind of feel like outsiders when we're growing up. I'm gonna take a darker blue shade and put that just out here. And then you've also got like super fun teen partying and murder, you know, all the fun stuff. And I think beyond that too, Barrett Wilbert Weed, who originated Veronica off Broadway, said it in an interview and it really stuck with me. She was talking about how there aren't a ton of roles that are this vocally demanding and this dramatically satisfying for young women. And I think that's why a lot of people really like Heathers, is because not only do you have Veronica, you have all of these really interesting characters, 5 leading female roles, if you include Martha, that are written for young women that have full character arcs, great songs. I'm going to take a lighter blue shimmery shade, this one, and I'm going to wet that with a little bit of the Smashbox primer water. You can use MAC Fix Plus, you can use eye drops, I think even work. Oh yeah, that's fun. It's big fun, big fun, big fun. Woo! So now I'm going to do basically the same thing but on the outer half of the lower lid, but I'm going to use See Through My Eyes. Let's get another spritzy. Heck yes. Dang, dang, diggity, dang, 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 diggity, dang, dang. Okie doke, I'm going to clean up all of the eyeshadow that has fallen under. I don't know why my under eye circles have been so bad lately. It's been ridiculous, and I've been getting tons of sleep. I did wake up from a really bad nightmare last night though. I don't remember the majority of it, but I remember that there were definitely zombies, and my mom was there, and Ben Platt was there. So now that that's all off, I'm going to take some foundation. I'm going to use the Maybelline 110 Fit Me in Porcelain. If you've watched other makeup tutorials on my channel, I'm sure you've seen this. Honestly, I'm a big fan of it. It's pretty budget friendly. It doesn't break me out. So something that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. I love getting messages from you guys, and I try to respond to as many as I can. I think a lot of people think that I'm like this invincible Broadway queen, and I'm not. And it's something that I want you guys to keep in mind, because I'm not some polished, perfect YouTuber. I like geeking out about Broadway with you guys, and I like having long rants while I look super, super cute. So I'm going to tell you guys about the most recent audition that I totally bombed. Funny enough, keeping within the theme of the video, it was for the final round of callbacks for Veronica Sawyer in Heathers. I went in, I sang, and I knew the people who were directing. I had done a show with them and their company once before, and I was the lead. I go to the dance call. The dance call was really fun, and I know the choreographer and she's super nice. I start dancing and it's great, it's whatever. So we're running through the dance one last time before we do it for real, and I almost pass out. There's a bunch of like hair flippy moments. I guess it was that. I also totally forgot to eat, and I almost straight up passed out. I was trying to walk to the door and I physically had to stop walking at one point. It was so embarrassing. And also there was this guy that like I kinda had a crush on at the time. This was like maybe a month ago, or somewhere between like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he was there too. He had just walked in, and I was like trying to keep calm. I don't even know if I said hi to him. I think I might have avoided him the whole time, or if I did say hi, it was very, very brief. I'm just taking some Sephora blush. This is Rose Glow. Where was I? Okay, so I dance. I almost pass out, but I get through it. I end up having to dance really safe, which I hate, and I had to, you know, not pass out. So I had 2 other friends who were auditioning as well, but they didn't go to the same dance call as me or anything. So we start getting our callback offers, and both of my friends get callbacks. One of my friends turned it down because it wasn't for a role that she wanted, and then the other friend was also called back for Veronica with me. I think we got there around 4:30 p.m. We don't sing until 11 p.m. I'm gonna use some bronzer because I'm looking a little pale. I ran into the same guy again. It was bad. I'm just contouring with Bahama Mama by the Balm. And I totally get it. I've been behind the table at auditions. I get that sometimes scheduling gets a little wonky. So believe me, I'm not complaining about that. They had no control over that. I just ended up getting really, really cold and really, really tired. By the time I actually sang, I was exhausted. The sides were all cold readings, and it was 2 2 dramatic scenes, no comedy. And I had been working with a coach on Fight For Me and Dead Girl Walking Reprise, all of the big Veronica songs. And then the callback, they just had us sing Beautiful, like that end bit, but not the riff. So I just ended up singing that part, and then we were going to sing 17, and then nobody got to sing 17. I totally bombed it. So needless to say, I did not get the part, and neither did my friend, which really sucked. And it happens, I'm still alive. It was very, very embarrassing. Here I am, the world did not crash down. I'm just going to leave my brows as is. I'm just gonna coat them with some clear brow gel. And it also goes to show that I remember being in the car and being like, this was so embarrassing. This is like the worst, you know, thing I've ever done. Now I'm telling this story a couple weeks later and I'm able to laugh about it. I'm gonna put on some eyeliner. This is Kat Von D Trooper. I'm just gonna do that off camera real quick because I need to get real close to the mirror. I'm back. I threw on some lashes and a blue scrunchie and I was gonna say vest. What am I looking for? Not jacket, it's a blazer. If I had more time, I would totally 80s out my hair and then do this kind of half up side pony, but it is 7:19 and I have a dinner at 7:30, so oops, I'm already going like this, apparently. I'm gonna put on some lipstick. This is Pink Honey by Clinique. Get some lights on in here, it's so dark. 80s dream right there. 80s dream boat. So just to wrap up what I was saying earlier, just because you have a bad day doesn't mean that you're bad. It just means that it wasn't your day. Learn what you can from the situation, try to fix it for the future, and move on. So here's the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed doing this. I had a lot of fun. If you like this video or if you want more videos like it in the future, give this one a big thumbs up. If you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe. That way you get notified for all future videos and you get to join the Theater Thursday fam. We'd love to have you join. We're trying to take over Broadway and then I'm thinking world domination after. That'd be pretty good. I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so, so much. Break a leg and I will see you guys next time. Bye!